No, we've already both watched it.
Yeah, we've watched
quite
this,
a
so
few times.
it's not like a reaction video, but it's more like an analysis video.
Exactly, so I feel like we don't really need to play this full speed. We can just look at the frames like this, the setting, and just take it from there, and then slow on her attacks, because
Sure.
I missed on my initial viewing that she actually has Heihachi's Raijin stance.
I didn't notice that.
Oh yeah, no, someone told me like she does that, and that's when she gets those blue balls, you know. And then
all about the blue balls.
Yeah, and then she does Thunder God Fist into Heihachi's up forward 4 basically, and that also I missed. I saw the Thunder God Fist into a kick, but they've baked in Thunder into up forward 4 basically.
Cool. Well, let's take a look. Slow motion.
So there's so much happening in these trailers, and it's just moving so quickly.
Yeah.
I can't keep up. I'm too old. But so do you like the stage so far?
It's awesome. Like, you know, every Tekken game has a Mishima dojo in some shape or form, and this one looks pretty great.
And I actually noticed, I didn't see this first time, but these are like demonic Heihachis. You saw that with the hair.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a cool detail. I completely missed it.
Yeah.
But so it feels like everything here is sort of like a tribute to Heihachi.
Well, the next one...
not only Reina,
Well, Akuma, right? It looks a bit like...
that looks a lot like Akuma.
Yeah, it might be an in-joke.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is he doing there?
I think it's just a tongue-in-cheek joke from the developers. Like, yeah, this character who terrorized Tekken 7.
Exactly.
I don't think he'll be in Tekken 7, but like...
In Tekken 8, you mean?
Sorry, Tekken 8,
he won't be there, And then Reina is cool. Throne is really sick.
Yeah.
Everything about this intro I really love.
Yeah.
And now...
Yeah, it really exudes personality.
Now. Oh, the audio device is completely changed. So... I don't know what just happened. We can't hear this. So all of my audio devices changed.
Nice.
Oh, when I plugged out the stick.
Yeah.
That stick is seen as a speaker.
Right.
So that changed every single audio setting on the PC, as you do.
Good
as
shit.
You do, yes.
Good shit. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, her voice is so good. But
the voice is perfect.
It's a real huskiness to it, you know. It's like, it just exudes personality.
Yeah, and do you think, someone told me, it's like, I think this is what Asuka was meant to be.
Originally.
Do you think it is?
No, I think Asuka's always meant to represent sort of like a hard-boiled Osaka style, like tomboyish. Yeah, I mean, I guess similar to this, but I think
she's meant to have an attitude. I think they're actually trying to make her a bit badass, but it's just failing every time.
Yeah.
Because she's so childish, so corny. And then in appearance, it's not like they're twins, but it is a bit similar, you know, with the hair, even the face a little bit. Stands like this, I'm a hard ass. Asuka does Kazuma, she does Mishima, and then the ties to like, I have a special power that counters the, Asuka was supposed to have this Kazuma force to cure Jin.
I think that's out the window at this point.
No. Of course it is. It eventually was sort of worked out of a story. They only attempted that in Tekken 5, but I'm just saying, don't you think there's merit to people saying that?
No, sure, I can definitely see that.
They tried something with her, and then we're like, it's not really working. And then here's Reina, who's sort of giving off the same archetype, at least, but here it's just executed 100 times better.
No, yeah, for sure. I think with Asuka, it's clear that with Tekken 8, her new costume is quite goofy and like childlike. Even.
I mean, now they go all in. Want some biscuits, sir?
Right. Like she looks like a Girl Scout.
Girl Scout.
Yeah. And I think they're kind of leaning into that like airhead personality.
That's
with her.
a good point, actually. There's more contrast. This is like, proper bad girl Asuka. Yeah, with a lot of attitude, and it works. And then to get a bigger contrast yet again, Asuka goes even more into like
airhead.
I'm the high school dork.
Ever since what was it? I can't remember which game, but like when the Ford won the whiff animation, she sort of stumbles around like that's really playing into that sort of personality. That she's not all that competent, and she's just like really strong, but she's a bit clumsy and airheaded and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's just a bit. But again, like that's for Asuka is still for a very particular taste. Who wants the Girl Scout who in the rage, right, and when she charges her death fist, she goes, like
Yeah,
a very careful
Yeah.
and mellow, like, ah. And then you have Reina now's like ultra attitude and proper badass and
Yeah.
very expressive in the face as well, which I really enjoy.
Yeah, definitely relative to the other female characters.
I was gonna say, like, in terms of emoting, it's like it's not only like a perfect cast in terms of voice actress, but the mimicry in the face is also like something we haven't seen with
there's
characters before.
There's some real depth to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it resonated with so many fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
she's
so
really
too,
cool.
yeah.
This is a weird phrase. Have a taste of capitulation. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but they always have a weirdest quote.
translation,
And to be honest, I wonder what do we say in Japanese? I don't think those are direct translations.
No, I'd have to hear it again, but yeah.
But we talked about it yesterday as well, like how they obviously also, she has to carry out his legacy. And he is the most charismatic character in the game.
Oh, yeah, and you can actually kind of see in her facial model, you can see little hints of Heihachi there.
Yeah. But I feel like, they also felt they had to do a lot with her in terms of character, because, like, you are carrying the torch from Heihachi, and it's a big charisma void he leaves behind him. Yeah. In my opinion, because he's top one, I think, in terms of like
for sure
magnetic presence. Whenever you see him, not only in his incredible endings over the years, over the games in the series, he always has the funniest
ones,
but also in intro and win poses, he always has that magnetic presence.
I love Heihachi.
So lacking, I think, with so many characters.
Okay.
So here we're looking at gameplay, and I think I'm just gonna immediately go into slow mo.
Yeah. This went by so quickly.
It's just too fast.
And someone mentioned, she has light-colored eyes like Heihachi, so almost like they're tinged with lightning. Oh wow, her animations are beautiful.
Yeah, it's funny here where she steps back.
Is that a stance?
I don't know what this is, but you'll note how she walks back, and then
it almost looks like a Soul Calibur style 8-way run, but surely it's a stance.
What is that?
An evasive stance, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
That looks really, really organic and cool.
And that's super evasive with no like hitbox.
Yeah, like this is not conventional for a Mishima to be so evasive, right?
And these forward rolls she does into kicks are gonna be so obnoxious. I think like knowledge checky, evasive.
Yeah.
So
wow.
It feels in a way like a little bit of a hybrid between like Heihachi and something like Zafin.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like the best of two worlds, maybe, in a way, where you can do this super evasive, obnoxious, knowledge checky playstyle.
But with some
and
really solid fundamentals based,
You'll be wave dashing into electric. I think it's confirmed now that she has a wave dash as well.
Yeah. My big question is, like, at the wall, is she going to have like Heihachi's 1-1-2? Is it gonna wall splat? Is she gonna be a fearsome presence at the wall?
God, she has 1-1-2.
Yeah.
But again, if it is indeed confirmed she has a wave dash, it seems to be rumored on the streets. That would indicate, I think, that she has a proper electric input as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. It's pretty hard to imagine a character having an electric and not a crouch dash / wave dash. So
yeah, it would not make sense. Although, we've seen simplification for beginners, like Jin. If you do his special crouch dash, when the eyes glow, like for example down for 2. He has you just press the 2 button. And you get an electric.
From the red eyes.
Yeah. So there's a lot of accommodating beginners in this game.
For sure. I wonder if because Azucena is clearly designed for beginners. She has like some of the best get-in tools. And I imagine Victor he has so many stances, probably more an intermediate focused character. Is Azucena going to be the newcomer for expert players? Quite possibly.
But sort of. It's not like I'm craving that, but it would be interesting if she actually was an expert character.
That'd be sick, No, she looks really, really cool. I love her costume.
I really love this interaction in general here with you.
Yeah, right.
Pretty good. Yeah, she looks cool.
Yeah, there's a real cockiness to her.
And some intensity in her glare.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was 4-3, I think.
Just looks like, who knows, 4-3.
Heat dash launcher, yeah. And here's Gera Stomp.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so this is Heihachi Stomp with a follow-up. Yeah, very Heihachi.
Yeah.
But this follow-up, I feel almost makes me think of Gi. He slams them, and there's an electric... and with the wall break here, I also think of Geese Howard's Estate a little bit.
Yeah, I imagine there's
the
going to be
coloring here also feels a bit more like Geese Howard Estate.
It does, sure.
Don't you think?
There are definitely some shades of that. I imagine you're going to get some pretty wacky combos on this stage. Sort of like the bottom floor of Azucena's stage.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to get patched. Yeah.
You think? Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Everyone's doing like...
I saw Jack doing like a death combo.
So this is a string that's really gonna annoy people.
Oh,
Makes me think a little bit of Zafina's 1+2 4/4.
Yeah,
but not quite there, but a little bit similar.
And that's all guaranteed on counter hit. Yeah.
My guess is you'll be able to interrupt her in between.
Would hope so. I mean, something like that.
With a crouch jab or something, but then she can threaten you with something else.
Right.
My guess is.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. This does really seem like Mishima Dojo mixed with Howard Estates. I mean, this...
It really does. Yeah. And I really like Howard Estates. I mean, I'm up for it.
No, this is maybe my favorite stage so far. I mean, this looks sick. I can't wait to play on this. I think it's called...
Did you ever play Bloody Roar?
Yeah, a bit. Does it remind you of Bloody Roar?
What she does here certainly does. Kicks up, stomps the ground, and then flurry of punches. Makes me think of Long and Shenlong.
Right.
It's still one of my favorite sequences ever in a fighting game. Cool animation.
No, like her animations are really, really on it. Now, there we go. I want to look at that one more time.
But this is what I think is either a back 1-2, or is it? It's actually a down forward 1 into Chrome Dome.
Let's see.
But it's hard to...
What was the first? Down forward 1 into...
Jin does CD1, which is -14. No, 13.
So that's a heat...
This would be a punish.
That's a heat engager, too. Like, I wonder if she just has a standard down forward 1-1, you know?
Right.
A non-commit.
But the question is this down forward 1-1+2? Or down forward 1-2? Because we know Heihachi does down forward 1 into that hammer, right? But this would mean she would down forward 1 into Chrome Dome.
Yeah.
Which would be kind of sick, I think.
Yeah.
And heat engager. It's obviously a natural combo.
Yeah.
But the question is this the down forward 1?
It
looks a bit lacking in
range.
In reach.
I mean, stubby arms.
But also, I think the hitbox is not going to be very low, although she does reach.
She does scoop up, She
does scoop a bit here.
I think this, if I had to give a guess, might be down forward 1-2. And a replacement for Heihachi's down forward 1-2, something like that.
Yeah, no, that's what I think this is. I thought it should also be noted that this doesn't hit very deep down, but so does Heihachi's current down forward 1.
Yeah.
It's not very low hitting.
Yeah. Yeah, this will be really strong when she's in heat as well. A 13 frame, mid, natural. Like, this will be strong to cancel it from.
And this is what I think is her hell sweep, right?
Yeah. So let's take a look. Yeah, hell sweep.
Does she do a crouch dash input here? She does something.
Yeah.
There's definitely some hesitation here. Twitch and then...
Yeah.
Or is this a full crouch sweep? Does he go into a crouch here?
Maybe. You can see. Hold on. There. Yeah, it might be fully crouch. Like down forward. Fully crouch down forward.
Yeah.
Forward
Boom.
2.
Boom. And I'm guessing this is a natural.
Yeah. Probably on block staggers.
Yeah, and it's funny, and I just feel sad for Kazuya again, because these are the types of blows you want in this game.
Oh,
this doesn't knock down, so this is this is true damage.
Yeah, standing. Like, this game is full of...
Non-recoverable. Like, this is full damage no matter what. Jin can't recover this health.
This game is full of, like... They've removed a lot of knockdowns and replaced them with, like, standing mix-ups with a lot of plus frames. Like, perfect example, Jin's 2-4 used to knock down. Now it gives you a ton of plus frames. Especially if because he has a proper mix from Zen as well.
Yeah, he has a throw from Zen now as well. Yeah.
And his down 1+2 is actually better than I thought it would be. His new low from Zen. I thought it was like a sluggish, somewhat gimmicky low.
Not
but
at
the wall, it's really dangerous because like you're right at their face with like a huge amount of plus.
And apparently
frames.
Jin players found a tech from Zen to make it come out slightly faster.
Oh really?
So it's just almost pure unseeable.
Yeah, it's he kind of lifts his hand up like this. It's not what you'd expect a low animation to be. It's very hard to block.
But also this made me think of Devil Jin's Hell Sweep. Like we all think he has a launching Hell Sweep. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's like it's funny to think that in this game it's going to be more powerful to have a second Hell Sweep where he doesn't knock them down.
Oh yeah.
Where he goes bam, axe kick, plus 4 frames, force crouch, 38 damage. That's the Hell Sweep you want in Tekken 8. No recoverable health.
This is the thing.
If he still has that Hell Sweep, it's like, yeah, it's gonna leave Kazuya in the dust, I think.
Tekken 8,
and she has that type of Hell Sweep as well.
For sure.
No knockdown.
Don't know if it's a Hell Sweep or a fully crouched. Might be fully crouched down forward 4-2. But like Tekken 8's really a game that rewards continued momentum. Right?
Oh yeah.
So having massive plus frames on standing is super powerful.
Yeah. But also, I think that's why they made Kazuya's down 1+2 23 frames.
Right.
Buffed that because the Hell Sweep, with recoverable health is just not that.
Yeah.
Still threatening, but nowhere close to prior games.
Yeah. But when I look at like Kazuya's down 1+2, it doesn't really strike me as a very sort of, this is what Kazuya should be all about kind of move, right?
Yeah. I love this interaction. Poor Kazuya. Every single game, there's a new sibling. How many times did Heihachi cheat on Kazuya's mom?
Didn't Harada say like...
Yeah, it's like 20 kids. Or
yeah. Yeah, like I got around.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this is what you do instead of doing the big, time skip again, 20 years in Jin as a kid.
Yeah.
So this is what you do. I actually had
there's
like
a million kids.
Yeah.
You can probably fill a roster just with Heihachi's kids, right?
Exactly.
I'm sure one of them's really boring, like an accountant or something.
Yeah, but it's comical if they do it twice.
Yeah.
Tekken 6, we had this. It was
Lars.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be some lame ones, like, Norman Mishima or something, and he's just super lame.
And here's the electric, obviously.
Yeah.
Super cool.
I like how it's tinged with gold and purple, like.
Yeah, they go all out. It's like super flashy.
Yeah, it's like the Lakers or something.
But she also has like blue sparks or blue balls, like with an omen almost. You see those blue balls?
Yeah.
I love when I say blue balls because we all think of something else.
Right. I mean, Reina does bring out the blue balls.
Yeah, she does. Beautiful lady.
Yeah. I mean, I think that just might be a standard hit effect.
Oh, God. Yeah, and seems to be a hit in the community. I took one glance when I pooped before at Tekken Reddit. And it was like 59 artworks in a row.
Oh yeah.
Where her tits are twice the size of a small van, with very intricate and detailed sweat on them.
Yeah.
And she does a Coomer face like. It's like artwork after artwork after artwork. And I'm like, I'm almost checking, like, I hope Wilhelm, my son, isn't standing anywhere close to me because I feel so filthy.
Yeah.
Just like
the character's presented as, pretty straight-faced and badass, but then you look at the fan artwork.
Oh, and it's just like...
so hypersexualized.
Suddenly, the jacket is flared open, can't contain the 500-pound tetas. It's like... Oh God! But it's a Coomer community in many ways.
Yeah. This is super cool though. This combo where she just kind of drags them off the floor like Heihachi's broken toy. Is that what it's called? Where he sort of like his throw.
You mean that one. That's broken toy.
Yeah, broken toy. Yeah.
But I gotta say, both her heat smashes, I love the fact that she has 2 of them, and both are converted into a throw.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's so spectacular.
It's so cool.
Yeah. But they really went all out with this character.
It really contrasts with, her pretty kind of petite figure. You wouldn't expect this coming from someone of her stature. She's pretty small, right? And then she's just grabbing you by the neck and throwing you around the floor. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I feel that's also the Mishima thing, and that like they're just born, I guess, with this power, and it doesn't really matter what you look like. Don't underestimate them.
But it's just
although the guys are like, have you seen Kazuya's neck in this game?
Yeah,
it just never ends, and I don't even know where it begins. It's like it's just.
I'm just saying visually, it's a cool contrast.
I like that. Yeah, exactly. But so
that's 1+2.
That's Demon Breath. That's also something I missed first time I watched this.
Yeah.
Stance, and then 1+2. But I guess this is not a stance. This is more recovering after the heat smash.
Yeah.
and then Demon Breath. And it's probably going to be a 12 frame again.
I'm guessing, yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, yeah.
But also, I think she could do a combo here if she wants. Like, breaks the wall, and here, I think she could... It certainly looks like she recovers fast enough to pick up.
Potentially,
for a combo.
Yeah, no, she's got tons of time.
I think there's tons of time there. Yeah. A down forward 1 would float.
Yeah.
So here's Raijin stance.
I love the moon in the background. Oh, yeah.
That's Raijin.
Yeah, it is.
And then 1, and then up forward 4.
Yeah, I missed this totally.
Yeah. That's Thunder Godfist into up forward 4.
Yeah.
Baked into 1. That's
really cool.
It looks really slick, and it also looks like it's gonna like wall splat from 500 meters away.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also funny that here she's forced into a crouch. Does he crouch cancel here, or is he actually inputting Raijin stance from crouch? I don't get this sequence. It almost feels like they're trying to say something with this. Or is he doing something as complicated as a crouch cancel into a Raijin stance?
Potentially. I mean, if it comes from a dash, you know, it seems like he does a quick dash into it.
Yeah. But I also like the blue ball effect.
Yeah. I mean, that's a standard hit spark effect. They've added it to a lot of moves, I think, in Tekken 8.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And there's the...
There we go.
Classic Heihachi parry. Back to...
to a stomp. It's so brutal.
Yeah, it's super brutal.
Yeah,
again, I really like it.
No. You can tell there's a bit of a sadistic side to her. There you go.
Okay, so now we can just play at full speed. But this is my favorite rage art so far.
No, it just exudes personality, doesn't it?
No, that's what it is.
It really tells you something about her.
There's a lot of personality. And music is good.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of like classic Tekken. And like, the shadow of Heihachi for a moment there.
Exactly.
So his legacy, right?
Yeah, the hair sort of here.
Yeah,
the hair.
and the eyes. I think if you zoom into it, you can properly see, like, it's just Heihachi straight up.
And with the moon in the background, that's like a visual we used quite a lot during Tekken 7 with Heihachi.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very, very cool. It's Crimson Moon. My big questions to this are the fundamental tools. Like, how's her down forward 1-1? How's her 1-1-2? Are they there?
Oh, yeah, no. There's so many questions. But just from watching the trailer, it's like it's incredibly promising.
Yeah.
Although she also has choker. What's up with those?
But it suits her, this. It suits her. It suits the punk sort of vibe she's going for. I don't think it works with Steve at all, but...
Yeah, I guess it's more jarring with Steve.
Yeah. She seems like a Mishima with really strong panic moves and defensive tools. And like evasion, you know, which is...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It seems like a very interesting hybrid.
Yeah,
where this is probably more interesting than just making a clone Heihachi.
Right. Yeah. And I wonder if the way to balance that is some of her, like her 1-1-2 and down forward 1-1 just might not be, you know, there. She might be more committal, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, that's what you'd think. But then they gave you characters like Kuni and Zafina in Tekken 7 who, like, they have all of the knowledge check BS.
Yeah, and then they're also super
evasion,
solid.
You know, and stances. But then they have some of the best fundamental tools in the game.
Like Kunimitsu's 2-2-2-2-2, like that string alone.
Or down back 2-4, 1-1, 1-2, movement.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I play fundamental Tekken twice as good as your character, and I also have these super cheap BS setups.
Yeah.
It's like, so we've done this before. So, and again, it's this like, you know, Reina is our female Mishima. She's going to be very significant to the story. She's our new Heihachi. You know we're going to push her real hard. I wouldn't be surprised if she's like
integral
S-tier.
Part of the story as well. Yeah.
Straight out of the gate, I think she's going to be S-tier.
Well, I was just
saying, it's like with Leroy, you know, I even asked Murray about this, and he was like, yeah, we knew we had a winner before we even released him.
Yeah.
Before we even showed him publicly, he knew this is going to be a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think it's a coincidence he comes storming out like SSS tier.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I think Reina is going to be godlike.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know if she's going to be Jin because he's so unbelievably busted, but I do believe she's going to be like S tier.
I mean, I think like Tekken in general, when it comes to new characters, more often than not, they're over-tuned rather than under-tuned. Like, we go back to Tekken 7, launch Claudio, Shaheen, Kazumi were all preposterous. We go to Tekken 6, launch Bob was ridiculous. Right? Yeah, launch, like, Bloodline Rebellion, Lars was so stupid, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's generally par for course with Tekken when it comes to newcomers.
Yeah.
Like, of course, fuck Ram and Leroy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Lydia, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Lydia was actually as strong as people made out to be. I think they there was a lot of.
She was pretty ridiculous.
She was pretty.
Yeah. She had a lot of dumb stuff.
I mean, more.
But then they just completely destroyed her. Like she went from. It's like how she can not really threaten you anymore from a distance. Like even up close, she doesn't have very disgusting options. But you know, her hell sweep with its clean hit range went from being pretty generous and giving pretty good Oki to like now, unless you're standing like 1 pixel away from her, you don't clean hit.
There was some egregious stuff like political storm and just the whiff recovery on everything, right?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Yeah.
But
3-2 was almost impossible to punish. Sidestep 4 impossible to punish.
Yeah.
And that's not even a launch anymore. So I think. Yeah, they removed everything.
Yeah.
That's rough for Lydia players. But again, I'm not surprised seeing her gone because no one really plays Lydia anymore.
But
all they had to do was nerf her, and no one plays her.
Yeah. I do hope we see a straight up fundamental karateka in Tekken 8 though at some point. I mean, you know, one without electricity and glowing wings and all that kind of stuff. And that was what Lydia was supposed to represent, especially with Jin now doing what he does.
Right. But can we say this is the most promising newcomer since Leroy?
Yeah, and visually
so.
Visually for sure. Yeah.
And I think Leroy always looks so appealing and cool. Everyone loves Ip Man. I don't know if you've seen the movies.
Oh, for sure,
Donnie.
Yeah. How many of them are there? Like 5? 5 of them? 6?
They're at least at 4.
Yeah.
Might be 5. But I really...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they got worse with time, but the first one I think still is
great
really solid.
Yeah.
So I really liked that shtick, and he felt very grounded, martial arts. She's a little bit more over the top, obviously.
Yeah.
But I always felt Leroy was a little bit of a disappointment gameplay-wise.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, the parries were too spammable. The strings were too spammable. I thought he was going to be more parry-oriented defensive character, and then turns out he's just a spam fiesta.
The interesting thing about Leroy is that he was initially designed to be a Tekken 8 character from what I hear, and they just decided to shove him in Tekken 7 because
probably
I think, because like you can see he's really designed to work around heat, you know, like chip damage and heat with his multi-punches, right? So I guess they didn't really know what to do with him in Tekken 7 other than just make him super overpowered.
Yeah, probably. And also a lot of characters are tuned up in this game. Like have better properties, etc. That might have carried over into 7. But yeah, just like this is the best newcomer for me, and since Leroy. And I'm just hoping that where Leroy sort of failed
in terms of gameplay,
OP garbage and boring gameplay, that she actually has fun gameplay.
Oh yeah.
But again, it's a female Mishima. We haven't seen this since Angel. And
Angel was terrible.
Nowhere near as captivating and nowhere near as interesting gameplay-wise. She was like very basic Kazuya.
You'd only play Angel if you were some sort of like massive Angel like aficionado. Like, and how many of those were there, right?
Yeah. No, you never saw her. So this is really cool. And you know, I really love Heihachi, but I can certainly see this work. No.
For sure.
But do you think we'll get a Heihachi DLC at some point?
I'd like to see a Jackhachi DLC.
Oh, right, your Mecha Hachi.
Yeah, my fan fiction. No, I think Heihachi's done and dusted at this point, honestly. They've been pretty prominent about it. If they brought back, like, zombie Heihachi, I think that would just take away so much from it.
And you think so? But I you know, they could do, like, a story mode flashback. Where you see Heihachi and suddenly
like young Heihachi.
Is DLC due to that?
Yeah, maybe.
Or they do a, you know, Mortal Kombat what if story DLC where Heihachi is alive or something.
I get the feeling
it's not impossible.
I get the feeling they want to keep it at 3 Kazumas and 3 Mishimas, right? I get the feeling, but who knows? I mean, already you've got it's, you know, classically it's always been Kazuya, Devil Jin, Heihachi as the Mishima trio, and now like Reina fills in for Heihachi, so
yeah. Exactly. Yo, Medusa, good to see you, buddy. And you also liked Reina, right?
So Harada called out JDCR just to let him know specifically that Heihachi's dead. Go on. Yeah, he said it a few times, didn't he? Like, Heihachi is dead, dead, dead.
Yeah, but I mean...
Yeah, I know, of course.
Yeah.
Literally,
What do you really
Tekken 5
say?
starts with Heihachi is dead in the intro.
Oh
so.
yeah, guys, by the way, yeah, we're bringing back Season 3 DLC to surprise you all.
Yeah,
Why would it say that? Oh, you love her. That's awesome.